Hello and welcome back to another episode of Baller Pod. As you can see, I'm wearing the 2022-2023 Real Madrid top. Um, it's nice. Got a world class player at the back, but I will not turn around. Uh, been a while. Good session of games this game week. Ruud went 4-0 before Ruben Amorim got appointed. Chelsea drew against Arsenal at the Bridge, and what's the last game? How could we forget? City lost 4 games in a row. I'm here with my usual two guests. Someone's calling a technical foul, that is LA, and someone is scratching his hand, and that is MH. How are you, man, doing?
Before we start, before we start, do you want to care to expand on Saturday's session?
Oh, yeah, it was a on paper. It was a very unbalanced team. It was Leicester against City, basically. It was the underdogs versus, the Galacticos. But at the end, it was a very good game. I think it was a 1-0 or 2-0 at the end once
Let's just
everything was
say it was
done.
a comfortable game. The scoreline didn't do
You
it
did not
justice to
say that before.
it. Listen, I'll
Let's
be
not
honest.
lie.
I'll be honest. We should have looking at the way the game's gone.
Annihilated us.
Yeah, we should have annihilated you, but unfortunately, we have Giroud and we have Benteke up front, so that did not help.
My,
You know.
my teammates didn't want to shoot.
Oh, true, true. But, to be fair, on
The
another
heck?
day, it could have been 12, 11, round about there.
If you man actually, tried,
Yeah.
it could have been, yeah.
Some guy got
Yeah.
scared and decided to play and go. That's all I have to say.
Or somebody did do the bleep test before the session, so
Uh,
yeah.
I thought Bleep session can give you good energy towards following the game, no?
Well, considering that you did a bleep test and then you walked around the city center and then you came home and then you went football session, I think it requires a different level of effort, especially when you set 25K record better than I think that's the most we've done. I've done it in a day, and I've beaten someone else's personal record here. Don't want to mention name, but
Do you think that
somebody has only
affected,
done 22 in a day.
but do you think that affected
Me!
your game?
Me!
Nah, 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 nah,
So it did
nah,
affect
nah.
your game, did it?
I think I did quite well in the game.
Did you? Where do you
Yeah,
think you excelled most?
man, you know you're in goal, mate.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Mo, would you agree?
Say what?
Would you agree?
He's checking something.
One sec, one sec, one sec, one sec, one sec.
Yeah,
He's checking something.
I think
It
that I
ain't
did.
me, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
he ain't
It
me,
ain't me.
mate, for
It
sure.
ain't me. I was about to say, Umrah maybe bad.
Yeah,
I think I did 28K one of the days. So it
no
can't be me.
chance.
The thing is, when I
No
did
chance.
Umrah, it
What do
was
you mean?
between
No
two
chance. I
days.
can actually show you.
Yeah, your first day was crazy. I was
Yeah,
like,
the
I
thing, my
think,
Umrah was between 2 days. Yeah, I did 10K
yeah,
and then it reached 12 and then I couldn't carry on.
yeah,
In
yeah.
my books, I did 30K one day.
That was me when I toured
30
around
to
New
40, yeah.
York. I've done the whole, basically, I went through the whole New York within one day. I think I did 60 that day.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, the highest I've ever done is
yeah.
35K.
Why
So please
waffling?
respect me. Respect me. 35K. So
Was this before step up?
uh I can't comment on it, but yeah.
Well,
I,
it
I
can't be
will
on
say
step up
I will
because it says
say
your highest is 22 on step up. That's what it's saying.
where does it say that?
On step up.
Okay. Well, if the supper, listen. Thing with me as well, it didn't count my go session as well. So I don't have. It's not like I don't. I'm not like both of you who have watches and monitor every walk, every step you do. So yeah. Anyway, we
Well,
walk for.
health is wealth.
Yeah.
Health is
I
wealth.
agree. I should go for a walk after this.
Let me invite you to my football sessions, man. I got a Monday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday.
Yeah.
The games would be too unfair.
True, true, true. You'll be a liability.
Yeah, did we win last week, Hush? Am I
And
tripping?
the first game we are talking about is the
Yeah.
biggest game of the week, Super Sunday. Chelsea won, Arsenal won at the Bridge. Arsenal scored first with a Martinelli goal at the near post. People say he should have saved it, but I believe it was just a brilliant goal. And then Pedro Neto came back and scored. It was a good goal. I would say it's more sloppy from Arsenal side, but it happens. Uh, I'm gonna start with you, Hirsch, for once. What did you make of the performance of both teams?
And I thought first half it was pretty tight. I thought when I was watching the game, I thought the first half we weren't passing to Erdegaard. We were still very like play on the left hand side. But the second half, once we started giving the ball to Erdegaard, we started to create some chances. And then, as you know, we've seen that great assist that he gave to Martinelli. And yeah, I think generally, I think midfield was quite a good battle to see because we were both playing a similar kind of possession game where we're trying to free up somebody midfield. I thought Uncle Partey, honestly, I know he's got his contract coming up, but he is playing setting like different level. I still remember that Liverpool game when he played right back and he put Luis Diaz in his pocket. So yeah, I thought a draw is probably the best result for both teams. But after 60 minutes, I think I stopped watching it because I just knew once we sat back, we just can't, we can't keep a clean sheet on, which is kind of strange considering last season we were literally clean sheet FC. But I think this season, once we sit back, it's honestly, you just know you're gonna concede a goal. So yeah, more work for Arteta to do, but I'm confident that he would get this phase five and phase six correct somehow, some way.
Liban, were you hate watching?
Uh, yeah, yeah. I
Of
was
course,
definitely I hate watching. I thought it
100%.
was a terrible game. I thought it was two teams that were very passive in possession, very safe in possession. He's talking about Tom's Party having a great game. I kind of disagree. I thought he was bang average, and I thought he was very too scared to make the forward pass, which is very unusual of him. I thought Odegaard was okay-ish. Did a lot of cardio, but yeah, that's an Odegaard performance. But it was a weird game. It's a weird game. Arsenal would have possession. They would do something, then they would lose the ball. Chelsea would have the possession. They would do something and then lose it. They weren't creating minutes. As it was a very dull game. Two teams that whenever they lost the ball would just retreat to their mid block or low block. So yeah, yeah, it was a bad game, but yeah, in the end, I thought a draw was the right result.
Would you not say that's how our games are nowadays? Just playing chess instead of checkers, and like every team is basically doing the low block, every man behind the ball, and like that's how the game's just coming nowadays.
Uh, yeah, but I believe that's down to too much. I believe that's down to really one manager, and that manager is Pep Guardiola, who's unfortunately still this thing where whenever they take the lead, they would in the last few years would kind of sit back, and instead of pressing, they would sit back. And I thought Arteta has taken that philosophy of him and basically times 10. And I feel like whenever Arsenal take the lead, they just sit back and they don't even take the initiative to maybe go for a second and a third. And to be fair, that has really cost them this season because the amount of times where they would take the lead and they've been pegged back and they've not won the game is quite crazy. I'm thinking Brighton, City,
Bournemouth.
Liverpool, Bournemouth. To be fair, there was nil-nil. It was a good chance at 1-0, but it was that I thought Atlanta, you were very passive. I don't know. I feel like they've started to lose their identity a bit. Whether they're gaining back, who knows?
What identity are you talking about?
Pardon?
What identity are you talking about?
The identity from the first few seasons where they would go in attack and kill teams. I don't think now. I think he sacrificed that attacking intent for control. You can have as much control as you want, but if you're not doing much with the ball, there's every there's a chance for another team to counter and score on you. So you can have as much of the ball as you want. if you're not doing nothing with it. By the way, I did say, and I think I should be given credit for it. The moment you take out Odegaard out of this team is a very bang average team, and I've been
I
proven
completely agree
right.
with you.
Thank you. Is anyone
Um,
disagreeing with me?
And
Yeah.
for me, I don't take someone's opinion seriously,
Okay.
especially if the
Okay.
player they
Okay.
talk about, they say that they don't
Was I
rate.
wrong?
So he
Did,
says he doesn't rate Martin Odegaard, but then he's crucial to Arsenal.
did I
It
say
doesn't
that
make
though?
sense. It's
Did
like
I
you're basically conflicting, two
did I
conflicting
say that
messages.
though? Did I
Doesn't
say
make
that though?
sense.
Did I say
Yes, you
that?
had. Yes,
Thank you very
yes,
much. Thank you very
yes.
much.
You
You
have
could
you
have just said
conflicting
that.
messages. Conflicting messages. That's what you do.
Okay.
It's fine.
You cannot
Um,
rate somebody and not
the
say that
the main
can
question is
two things can be true.
no, no, it can't be true.
It
The
can
main
be true.
question is Arsenal out of the title race after 11 games?
in my opinion, no,
No.
but it will be very difficult for them to win. I, I'm a big advocate that this season will be the first non-90 plus. Like, I
Don't
think
buy
the
that.
season. I'm not gonna. I think it might be like a
Yeah.
79 will
I
first
think it
place will get.
depends on to me it depends on if anyone challenges Liverpool. If anyone challenges Liverpool, they'll go to 90 plus
But
points.
Liverpool look good,
No,
but
but
I
whatever
think
the teams that don't get
they're
that
very
is
healthy right now.
no, but I'm saying the teams that normally don't get to that stage are the teams that have already won it by probably March, February, and they just slack off towards the end. And to me, with Arsenal, it comes down to the next two games. If they win the next two games, they would think they're in the chance. But I feel like if they drop in points in any of the two, they might start having to look over their shoulder instead of looking forward. That's all I have to say.
Okay. The one last bit about that game.
Just
Two of
just
their
be careful, by the way, behind this. There's a guys that, you know, they're in the shadows, they're coming. That's all I'm saying.
you already said that, and now you're just cutting me.
Sorry. So
Oh, is that what you
just be
did? Yeah,
careful. Just be careful.
midfielder scanning. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
The last bit. Two of their star players were had a very quiet game. I'm talking about Saka and Palmer. Would you say that? I know Saka's been figured out for many seasons, double teaming and always, but would you say Arsenal did very well in keeping Palmer quiet that game, Liban?
Hmm. Well, yeah, when you have two basically CDMs just sitting right in front of the back four and you got two centre backs basically playing there, it's very hard to find space in that midfield, I would say. Um, could have Palmer have done more? Maybe, but I don't think what doesn't help is the fact that he's got, I want to say, the greatest team around him. So yeah, I,
Best that they can do.
I think Palmer's best position, I think, is on the right. I think that's his best position
Mm.
in the big
Mm.
games.
Okay, sorry, the context here because I said for the last 5 games, Palmer's big games like Liverpool, City, and stuff like that. I said Cole Palmer as a 10 in big games. He doesn't know where to position himself. He hasn't got that football IQ to know where to position himself in that midfield.
Hold
Because
on,
what people
hold on,
do
hold on,
nowadays
hold
is
on.
they stick on him. They
That's
literally
not,
stick on
that's
him.
so harsh.
And
That's
I
so
told this,
harsh.
no, no,
This is
let
his
me land,
second
let me
season,
land,
by the
let me
way.
land. No,
This
I
is
don't
this
care. I
is
don't care.
but one and a
I
half
don't care.
seasons. Okay,
Don't care. I don't care. He's
okay,
on forward watch for me, even though
okay,
he's only been 5 games or
okay,
against big
okay.
teams. But I was telling him Palmer against big teams should be right wing, not Cam. He was telling me no, he should be number 10. I'm surprised he's changed his opinion, what, five
I'm
days
saying just
prior
currently,
to the game?
just at this moment when
No, it's
they
just
have bad players.
no, let me tell
Bad
you
play-
this.
I said right wing because their right winger is actually terrible.
No, because
And
that's
I
the thing.
think
Really?
I think they should play him right wing and bring Enzo back. I thought Enzo changed the game.
You think
Yeah,
Enzo's as good as a Cam?
Yeah.
no, no,
I think to me
He's
what
not a
they
Cam.
to me
no.
what they lack when it's so obvious when I watch them they're like a guy who can get on the ball and dictate play. They don't have
Like
that.
Edegard, yeah.
No,
Someone that could come deep and literally just say, okay, here, I'm gonna take the ball off the defenders.
have you won the
And
two games Odegaard's played?
what?
No, okay,
What
next.
game?
The two
Odegaard
games
was
they
only
played. He's
The
played two.
Inter don't count. He
He's
played
played
freaking
two.
5 minutes,
Did
man.
he not play?
he played
He
literally
He
like
played
played.
less than
5 minutes.
five, less than
So
five
was my
probably.
statement wrong?
Your statement wasn't right.
He was right. So just say it was right. He played. So.
Yeah, but Palmer is on forward watch for me personally, so
Is he?
we'll
Yeah.
continue to monitor him
With
throughout the season.
Saka, he's his bogeyman in it. Cucurella's his bogeyman. He's it's
This guy,
whenever he
I'm
comes
not
honestly,
up
gonna lie.
against Cucurella,
He was man of the match,
man.
but this is the first time that he actually, yeah, he did silence him. Huh?
Euros final.
I wouldn't say he silenced him.
Oh, Saka literally did nothing. He
He
literally
got an
that
assist for the
final.
Palmer goal.
No, he never. No,
Did
he
he not
never.
get the
No, he
assist?
never.
I swear he
That was
did.
Bellingham. Bellingham pulled it
The
back for him.
Bellingham. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. He did nothing the whole game, fam. He got and Cucurella gave a assist on top of his head as well. He lost his man for the assist for the last goal. So
Alright.
I'll say whenever Cucurella comes up against Saka, he knows
He should have said Saka's name instead of Haaland at that
chicken
time.
dinner, chicken winner dinner or whatever it's called.
Next game. Uh, I was hate watching, but then I stopped watching. Man United 3, Leicester nil.
Nice.
Ruud's last game, sorry, as interim manager. Bruno Fernandes was on fire. Uh, but it was a game. Well, what I watched, Leicester do seem like they might get relegated as much as I hate to admit it, but who
Yeah.
knows what would happen. I'm gonna start off with the United worshipper who worships the devil on his chest. How did you find the game?
Comfortable. I miss those type of games. I've never had those type of games in a long while where it's at Old Trafford, afternoon, and just a comfortable win. I miss those type of games. Under Ten Hag, it was just chaos. You attack, we attack, you attack, we attack. With Ruud, it was a lot more controlled. It was a lot more disciplined. But whenever we had the ball, we're attacking with intent, intent. That was a word that one of the games was lacking. But yeah, I thought it was a very good game by Diallo. I thought Amazra was probably our best player and has been our best player under Ruud. Bruno Fernandes has all of a sudden found his scoring touch. Funny. Um, and Casemiro's played great. And I think the big difference now is the fact that basically instead of playing with one CDM, we're basically playing with two CDMs. We're playing with Casemiro. I want to say Casemiro's CDM now, to be fair. He's a box crusher, basically. And yeah, Ugarte for the first time has played well actually. So yeah, it's a comfortable game. I missed those type of games, but yeah, onwards and upwards. That's all I'll say because listen, we're starting to look up. I've missed. I'm starting to look. I'm starting teams. I'm seeing teams I didn't think I would be seeing at this stage. At the
Hmm.
Arsenal. So yeah. All I'm saying is, if we win our next two games, oh baby, 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 we will be having conversations. Let's just say that we'll be having conversations.
All right. You seem very happy. It's been a
I'm
while.
happy.
It's been a while
I
since you
miss the
smiled like
Lord.
this.
I
So
miss the
your next two games are
Lord of
Ipswich and Everton.
the Huh?
Uh, Your next two games are Ipswich and Everton.
Not Arsenal.
Barring no, Arsenal's the third
Sorry,
game.
I meant next three games.
Next three games. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, good to see you happy. Can't wait for next week. Um, Hirsch, what's the game?
And yes, I was because my prediction was well. I was predicting a 3-0 win United. So I was keeping an eye on the game. I thought, yeah, United again. I think playing in this kind of like more of a solidified formation of a 4-2-3-1, it just makes them easier, like for them to
Not
build
not
attacks and
not
to also sustain attacks.
not the 46 that we're playing under Ten Hag.
Oh no, yeah. And I am also not a fan of Leicester, so I am
Yeah.
because I've got a Forest stock, so some might know, but
Yeah,
I'm
look.
a big supporter of Forest this season. Yeah.
With the Leicester, it's not a good sight where you're basically being popped 10 basically goals against the same team in 2 weeks. That's not a good sign. I don't think. I just genuinely think that team is just not good enough, especially defensively. I don't know how Wout Faes still plays every game for them. If Wout Faes is playing every game for you, there's a problem.
I don't, they're not even last. They're 15th.
They're 15th, but they're just
Yeah, they're
scraping. They're
15th.
scraping. They're scraping. Basically, that's what they're doing. They're
Yeah.
Yeah.
scraping, and the way their away form must be horrible. Honestly, it must be horrible. They just they're not solid enough. When I look at Leicester, I feel like they're just always gonna lose. It feels like they're gonna lose every game, as crazy as it sounds, but somehow they're 15th. And what helps is the fact that the other five teams can't win games.
Hmm.
Ipswich just got picked up their first win this week.
My
Southampton
pa
are generally one of the worst teams I've ever seen.
my Palace. Palace are good. Just give them a
Palace, my
chance.
underachievers. Oh,
They're, they're,
I will speak to you about Fulham, mate. Fulham. Hey. Who was my overachievers this season? Fulham. Hey. Yeah.
eh,
My underachievers were Palace and my overachievers was Fulham. I love how right I am sometimes, you know. I love how right I am.
I don't like this Liban.
Yeah.
This is the worst Liban.
Yeah.
Just say I'm right, you know, just say I know Fulham. Just say.
To say, nah, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
You know the
Yeah, that,
moment I stopped respecting you about knowing ball.
yeah.
I and Hirsch was there when we discussed Jude Bellingham's age.
We don't have to talk
I
about it. We don't
said,
have to talk about
I said his
it.
age, and
Yeah.
you denied it for time. And then I searched on Google.
At
I
that time,
showed
I
you.
was right though. At that time, I was right.
He was not.
At that time it was right because we said
No,
it
you
in
weren't.
May. We said it in May when it was 21 or 20. I can't remember what it was, but I remember I was right at that time. And you asked me a month later and you were wrong.
Well, you. Go on. How old is Jude Bellingham?
20.
He's 21.
No, I said 20 at that time. I said 20 at that time. That's what I said 20 at that
Now the
time.
viewers can see
Well,
what we have to deal
I
with.
didn't hear your question. You know, sometimes you're cutting out. I thought you said, what did you say his
You're
age
chatting
was
about
at
my
the time?
internet. Well, lies your internet.
We're close here. Don't say that. I probably can hear
Now you're just baiting out all of our locations, man. Flipping.
you. They don't even know what city we live in, so yeah.
LE.
Don't freaking mess it. We live in
NW5.
DE we live in DE 74.
Uh,
Yeah,
Next game, final game. Brighton 2, City 1. Four losses in a row in all competitions for Pep Guardiola. The first time in his career that
Yeah.
that has happened. You know how mad of a stat that has to be for that to be a stat. It's crazy. Uh, do you think
I,
it's over?
no, I think the problem with this team with this that team is the fact that they lack, as crazy as it sounds, they lack quality. I don't think they've got good quality in the attacking depth. When you've got Mateus Nunes, who's a central midfielder, playing left wing, and you got Savia, who's probably one of the most godly players I've ever seen. Listen, that guy could look good for like 5 minutes, but the other 85 minutes, cashing. And even that in those 5 minutes, mate, his end product is nothing. It's trash. It's so trash. To me, I don't rate him. As a winger, you have to have end product. Because if you don't have end product, you will never have it. That's my opinion. And I just feel with them, they have the control in the game, but the problem with them is they can't kill off teams. They can't create enough chances for Erling Haaland to bag goals. And that's my problem with them. They can play as well as they can, but if you're not finishing teams off, and if you got injuries at the back, you're giving teams opportunity to come back into the game. I thought they were great for probably 45, 50 minutes. And I think Brian couldn't get nowhere near them. Brian brought on João Pedro, and that's literally where the game changed because he was causing them all types of problem. And funnily enough, that's how they came back into the game. And I think they scored within like the first two goals was 2 minutes between or something like that. But yeah, I just
Uh,
feel to me they've that squad has gone away with a lack of quality. How can you have Mateus Nunes as your left winger? How can you have Jack Grealish as your left winger? How can you have Savio as your right winger? Those are not top. If I had those as my left and right winger, I'd be calling for the director of football to be sacked because those are disgraceful options as wingers. But yeah, that is what happened. They've neglected the squad, and this was happening. Pep. Pep is a genius when it comes to football, but he's not a miracle worker. He can't make Martinez Nunez freaking Messi. He can't. So yeah.
I mean, he turned John Stone into a DM, but you never know.
Also, my God, why are the centre backs injury prone? Honestly, John Stones cannot play 30 games to save his life. He's always injured, by the way, John Stones. He's always injured. Every season
thing,
gets injured. Every season gets injured,
thing
which is
is, now that I
crazy.
think about it, besides Walker and maybe Rico Lewis, they ain't got fullbacks.
No, no. And I blame them on how modern football is because they people Pep has made people think you don't need actual fullbacks to play in that fullback positions. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird conundrum. Especially I'm hearing now there's tensions behind the scenes now at City with Pep
Who's
and the
that?
team. Yeah, where he's called a lot of them out. Jack Grealish is such a weird one. He's been out for a few weeks, isn't it? It's been a month or something like that. Something crazy, yeah. But he got called up for England. And I know he pulled that, but how can you be fit enough to be called for England, but you're not fit enough to even make the bench? And even it's not even like, at the bench. There's players on the bench that are like literally half fit that cannot play, and he's brought
Luke
them onto
Shaw.
the pitch. And the fact that Jack Grealish, I'm hearing there's stuff behind the scenes with Jack Grealish. That's all I have to say. And I think
Okay.
that's a mistake they made, by the way. That Jack Grealish purchase has not been a good one. Anyway,
I would like I would like to
but
know your sources.
no,
Yeah,
Uh
yeah,
Hirsch, we said it's about Arsenal. Is
yeah.
the title I know it's not, but I just want to get your opinion. Is the title
Yeah.
over for them or
Nah, I think the good thing that helped is that I don't see Liverpool. I think Liverpool are going to drop points somehow. They'll have a
mm,
sticky patch. So whether I think that might come February time because for a guy that knows Arne Slot quite well, I just know that he misses sometimes this final hurdle. Same way Arteta misses the final hurdle. I don't think he has that experience. So I think
explain final
Guardiola. I
hurdle.
think
Explain final hurdle because I'm pretty sure it's won the league title.
Europe Conference League, if you know your football. But you wouldn't know, but
Yeah.
um let's talk about the Premier League here. So we're talking about him when we say
Ow.
when we talk about here about Guardiola, I think Guardiola, if he looks at the table 5 points, he's not panicking because he just knows that as long as it's arm reach, he's always content. Because
You
that's what
know,
he always says. If you listen to his
you
podcast,
know, you know,
his sessions,
you know,
he always says, "I just want
yeah.
to be around. I just want to be around." For him, that's what he wants to do. He just wants to
Listen,
be around. And then
listen,
come January, he's gonna pouch.
I'll say this. I've I've seen City play badly around this time. They always play badly around this time. This is, I feel like a bit different. I feel in order for them to win anything this season, it all comes down to January. They have to sign two or three players. If they don't sign two or three players, forget it. Forget it. And it was crazy. I saw someone say if it wasn't for those two John Stones late minute goals, they would be
Oh
be
yeah.
13th basically or something like that. They'd be bang mid table. That shows how bad they have basically played and how tight the league table is. That if it wasn't for those two John Stone goals, they would be with us. So yeah.
Fine us.
Huh?
Who's us?
United. We're
Okay, cool.
30th, mate.
I just wanted a confirmation.
Oh, okay. Don't.
Uh
In a few weeks, that'll change.
is it order now?
Hmm. We'll
Okay.
be we'll be
You know,
tired from this.
I want to get a prediction in the next 3 weeks. Where will you be?
But let me sorry.
When
I will
pressure's
say
on,
this.
he's
I will say this about Liverpool. No AFCON.
Hmm.
For your Arne Slot point, did Arne Slot ever have Mo Salah and Van Dijk? No. Next, move on.
and
When
okay.
if you
Can
have if you have game
okay.
winners if you have game
Okay.
winners in your team,
Okay.
that's a whole different story. Because
Okay.
they could be playing rubbish, but
Yeah.
if Mo Salah takes one in and Van
Yeah.
Dijk holds it up at the back,
Okay.
doesn't matter. Because against Villa they played bad.
Okay.
At Brighton they should have lost,
Yep.
but because you have those two players in your team,
Yep.
that changes
Yep.
everything in my opinion. And that's what
I
that's what Arsenal should look at, to be honest.
I
All right. Now
agree.
to answer my question, where will United be in 3 weeks' time? You got Ipswich, you got Everton, and Arsenal. No comment?
Listen, I just say let's see.
Just let you
I'm
know,
just saying there's something
this is the
called.
man that
Listen,
said United would win the
listen.
league.
I'm saying our new manager bounce starts
Oh yes, it
next
does. Yeah,
Saturday.
true,
And you know what
true, true,
else?
true.
New manager bounce is crazy. Just look at Honest
Oh,
Lot.
all right.
Can you take your opinion back on Arne Slot because early
Yeah,
season you
I
said
take it back. I take it back.
thank you,
I take it back.
thank you,
I'll be
thank you,
honest. I've not been familiar with this.
thank you.
So
Respect.
he's not PSV. So I don't know why he getting gassed.
No, but I
All
told
right.
you like
Yeah. I just,
Prediction,
yeah.
prediction table. Um,
I'm
yeah,
hearing
it's
someone's dead last, like dead last.
oh
Like the
dead
gap between
dead
him.
dead
I'm
last.
hearing the gap between him is like first and 20th in the Premier League. That's how big the gap is, right?
I, actually, let me actually see. It might be, First is on 28, last is on 4.
Oh.
Almost.
Almost, almost,
Almost.
almost,
Almost.
almost. Oh.
Third place is me with 65. Second place is Hirsch with 79, and first place
Okay.
is Liban with 85. That is a 20-point gap between me and first. Actually, it's more than, isn't it?
yeah.
No, it's
What's
not. It's
that?
not.
Yeah.
Maths.
What's the
24,
gap between?
24 would be
What's the gap between
between
me and Hirsch?
The six.
6. Yep.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Guardiola reaching distance. That's what I want to be.
Yeah. You know what? Uh,
Listen, you'd be
Look
crushing it
out on
for
the
a
group
second.
chat.
That's what you are. You're just close but not close enough.
Look out on the group chat. There might be a veto soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There might be a veto soon. There might be. I'll
Don't
be laughing
panic.
flip
You know
it.
now,
I'll be laughing
yeah.
flip it.
I might play safe. I might do what Hirsch did last season. Payback for last season. Remember, we just matching my score so you don't finish last. You remember that? Yeah. Okay. I could just play it safe.
Childish behavior.
All right.
Listen, bro, if I was you,
Yeah.
just go all in me. Hail
Uh,
Mary.
I'm I'm uh, I'm gonna let
Use
you know
it.
right now. A
Just
veto's
use it.
coming.
Oh yeah. Use it.
A
Use it.
Hey,
veto's coming.
I want that 40 pound gap.
£40, yeah, not
40,
points.
40.
Learn English, you
I'm
Norwegian
choking.
girl.
Respect me.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
that's it.
any last things? Any last words before we wrap up?
Uh,
Are you gonna continue to take L's at sessions? That's all I have to say. Because
I actually won in my Wednesday and Thursday one, so I'm
oh
on a
shit.
two-game win streak.
I could say that too.
I got a session
I
today
could
as
say
well.
that.
No, no,
But
I own my losses. I lost on Monday.
okay,
Two-game win streak.
okay. Enjoy. But yeah, me and Hirsch, we're OGs now. We're gonna take a break from the game, you
I know
know.
you need to go. Like I don't see any.
There's no reason for you not to come.
Yeah.
Listen. Listen. I'm just coming back in it. I'm Urine Timber in it. I'm coming back from an injury. I've been
Ah,
off
you say
flight.
Dutch player, yeah? Say no more. I knew
I've been,
you actually won the Netherlands, innit? I knew it.
relax, relax.
Probably, man.
I was born in that country. Relax. I was gonna
You're born in
say,
Groningen. That's where you were born.
He does
Groningen.
Huh?
look like a Groningen guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey,
could tell.
calma. Dutch boys, relax. Listen, I don't want to be associated with you guys, but I'm a Norwegian. Actually, no, but never mind.
Norwegian,
Keep the
yeah.
personal
And
stuff
you
out of
don't
it.
like Erdegaard. Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that? It's been nice talking to
Say
you.
bye, say bye, Norwegian.
Ciao.